So what are we doing today? We are pulling some cards. Most High, I ask you to touch my mind and my mouth with the spirit of discernment and wisdom. I ask you to surround me with your white light so that no negative energy may penetrate my aura. I ask you to send spirit, ancestors of the highest white light, so that I may walk my divine path without stumble. And in doing so, I inspire others to walk their divine path. In truth, with integrity, with purpose. All praises to the Most High. Is there anything else? We only got one card. Maybe that's all we're supposed to have today. Sometimes you're not meant to get a lot of cards. Is that all, Most High? Is that the only thing we're going to get today for the collective? So we have the Nine of Swords that came out sideways. Didn't come up upright, didn't come in reverse. Then we have the Four of Wands upright. We have the Fool upright. We have the Eight of Swords upright. And then we have the Hangman upright at the bottom of the deck. So, the Nine of Swords came out sideways. So, you're sitting there confused. You are very confused. You're worried about something. You know, whether it's, let me look. It may be your home. It may be your loved one. It may be your business. Yeah. But you're worried, right? And it's like because you want everything to happen so fast for you. Like you want everything to happen so quick. Instead of you sitting down and enjoying the moment and being present in the moment, you know, looking at everything that you have accomplished, looking at everything that you have done, how far you come. You're not where you were last year. And everyone can see that. Everyone can see that. But you have this anxiety in you, this worry in you that's like, am I going to make it? I'm tired of always falling and have to restart my life and pick up again. And if you just really stopped and look at your life right now, you would see that you're not even close to where you were last year. And it's looking like it's more of a stability problem. Not even a love. It's no cups out here. So it's really looking like it's a stability problem. Like you're starting over. You got a new idea, a new job, or a new business. And maybe you were making $100,000 a year. And now you got a job where you barely making $30,000 a year. And you're trying to keep up with all your bills. And you're trying to keep up with your family. And you're just so worried. But the crazy thing is that even though your bills is piling up, They not, your credit cards ain't at zero. You know, your bills might be a little higher than normal. So you don't have extra money to go on trips here or just take a flight there or just plan a party this, do the normal things that you would normally do. But this might be your season of rest. This might be Most High, Source, Creator of all creation, the one that gives life and breath, telling you this is a time of rest for you to really look at your life and understand what is important. What is important, and it ain't money. Really take time with your children and try to figure out things to do without, throwing toys in their face or trips in their face. Really take time to get to know your children. Really get time to cook in your kitchen and make some good food. Really take time to enjoy the life that you have and not just be working like a horse and thinking that fun is only going on trips and buying things. Like, this might be a time of you sitting down and really realizing the importance of life and how time goes by so fast. Okay? That's what I get from the Nine of Swords going sideways. Then you had the Four of Wands. And that's just whatever that you was working for, and you got the Fool too, right? So whatever that you was working for, whatever you went out on a limb to say, I'm going to try this because, I just need a new start. I need a new beginning. And it's not working. Like I said, you might have been working, making $100,000 before, but now you're only making $30,000, right? That's only for the time being. Everything is going to work out. Everything is going to work out. Like, even though you're only making $30,000 and, you're not able to pay off all the bills like you want to, you're not getting evicted. Your bills is paid up, you might not be living the lavish life that you normally live in, but you're still able to live comfortably. You're not out on the street. You're not sitting there trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. And even if you are robbing Peter to pay Paul, meaning, you're running up your credit cards or whatever the case may be, or you're getting paid and most of your money going to all your bills. But at least you're able to pay those bills. Okay? At least you're able to have stability. Okay? So, this is just saying you got a new beginning, right? And you're still stable. So don't keep looking back at the past and saying, and you questioning yourself saying, Dad, should I have done this? That's like the Israelites, right? If you read the Tanakh or the Old Testament. When Moses took them out of Egypt, right? And they were in the wilderness. They said, oh, why'd you bring us out here so we can just starve and be thirsty and we're going to die out here in the desert? We'd rather have just been back in Egypt being slaves and working ourselves to death. But they couldn't see that the divine was leading them. And as long as they just did, what they're supposed to do, get to the promised land, right? That they would have drink, that they would have food. Anything that they asked for would be provided for them. But they're so busy going against themselves. They're so busy doubting the Most High God that they ended up being their own downfall. And that's you with the Nine of Swords, you worrying. When you're in a good place, whatever you left it for a reason. And your mental is so much better. You are so much healthier. You overall is better. But you looking at the money aspect and saying, Dad, should I have done this? So it's like, are you going to let money be your God? You going to let money be your whole reason for living? Because if you actually sat back and look at your life is so much better than what it was 6 months ago. So much better than what it was last year before that. It's way better. Your environment is better. Your mental, your body, everything is better. So because you're not in the same bracket of being able to go buy that Lamborghini this year, you thinking what? Your life ain't great? Come on. So you got the Eight of Swords out here. And again, it's you going through a rebirth. You're going through changes, right? And you have beautiful opportunity that you're sitting in. You're living in your truth. But you have this mental, like I said with the Nine of Swords, that's blocking you. You're the one that has these fears. You're the one that's disempowering yourself. It's all a mental thing, like the Israelites in the desert. It's you. Just be grateful in the moment and take the money out of the equation. Because you're overthinking everything and you're putting yourself in the cell. You're putting yourself in the mental block. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. So it's basically saying like I've been saying, the Nine of Swords that first came out, you're just very indecisive about your life. You know, whether you should have left what you had left to have this mental clarity and this new beginning, and you're feeling like, you know, did I make the right decision? Because at the end of the day, I'm not able to go on these trips. I'm not able to buy the new car. I'm not able to, if my child have a birthday, have the lavish birthday parties. But right now, like I said, it's a season of rest. Forget the money. Forget the money. Realize what you have right in front of you. And life is a wheel of fortune. Every time that wheel turn, it ain't going to be in fortune. Sometimes you got to take the drought. You know, just like in the Bible when the king had the dream and Joseph had to tell him, you know, what the dream meant, that the land would be in a famine, that they wouldn't have no food for a couple of years. So you have to prepare. You know, you have to stay on top of things, and whatever you need, make sure you have it and don't overindulge so that you can get through this season, this time period of rest. Okay? Don't get so frustrated. Money ain't everything. Don't get so frustrated, okay? We're going to split the deck. We're going to split the deck. Baby. What do you think at the bottom of the deck? What do you think at the bottom of the deck? When I tell you everything that you ever wanted, you're doing it. And you're feeling so upset and depressed and indecisive and frustrated. And you're putting yourself in this bin because this little jail cell. Because you're feeling like you're financially stagnated. But that time is not going to be forever. It's just a season. Just a season. And when that season is over, you're a star. When that season is over, that job that you left that you was making $100,000 a year at, now you might be only making $30,000 because you just started it. Baby, when this little season of you having to rest is over, and you keep putting in that work, because everything is working out for you. You just don't see the monetary gain for it. So when you keep putting in that work, you think that money ain't gonna add up? You think that money? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep living in truth. Don't do things to step on somebody else so that you can get ahead. Keep living in truth. Because as long as you keep doing the right thing, everything will work out for you. And I said that before we pulled the star. I said that before we pulled the star. Keep doing what you got to do. Success is right around the corner. That opportunity is right around the corner. That $100,000 you was making going to look like chump change. It's going to look like chump change. All praises to the Most High. That's your read. That's your read. All praises to the Most High. I kind of want to pull another card, but it's like, you had the Star. It's like, look, all of these came out. You had the Star. What came out? The Three of Cups. People coming to help you. The Hierophant. You're going to be great at it. You're going to be teaching it. Queen of Wands. You're going to be extremely confident in whatever you're doing. The Three of Pentacles. You're going to find that balance in your life that you're seeking because the money's going to come. The Eight of Cups. You're going to leave that crazy mentality, that fear, that illusion of, oh, I need this, I need that to be happy. No, you're going to find happiness within. The Chariot. It's going to come faster than you thought. Faster than you thought. The Page of Swords. Baby, stop sitting there just rushing and thinking it ain't going to work. Stop rushing and thinking that because the money ain't right, maybe I took the wrong turn. Maybe I shouldn't have left this and shouldn't have left that. Like, no. You made a balanced decision. You made the right decision. Start trusting yourself. Talk it out a little bit more so that you don't get in your thoughts and be thinking negative. And then other people saying negative things because they like, they ain't making that $100,000 no more. We can see that. So therefore, you allowing that to get on you. And you starting to let negativity from other people get on you. No. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Talk it out a little bit more to yourself so you can understand that you're in the right path. And then at the bottom, the Emperor. Baby, the Emperor, own your own with confidence. You chose this. You chose this. Baby, you was prepared for war. Okay? You was prepared for war. You was prepared for anything that anybody throw at you, whatever anybody say. Trust yourself. Be confident. You always got everything structured and everything planned out. So why you doubting yourself now? Just because a little bit of money ain't where it's supposed to be right now? Look at your life. It's way better than what it was, and you had money. You had money. Look, I wasn't even going to pull them cards. All of them came out, so I'm going to read them anyway. I'm glad I did. You better stop doubting yourself. You know who you are. You were made for greatness. You know who you are. Don't doubt yourself no more. That is the read. That is the read. All praises to the Most High. That's the read. Yes. All praises to the Most High. Kol ha-halal elyon. Yes. Kol ha-halal elyon. That's Hebrew. It means all praises to the Most High. So I'm a Hebrew. Exodus chapter 9, God of the Hebrews. It means to cross over from your man energy, your mortal energy, into your God energy, your higher self. It's not a religion. It's to have enlightenment of yourself, to be able to walk your divine path. I thank you. I appreciate you. May you have a beautiful rising, a beautiful afternoon, a beautiful evening, whenever you're seeing this. Enjoy your day, you beautiful souls.